Here's some big news coming in. Prominent Muslim body Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind has advocated setting up of separate schools and colleges for girls and said that non-Muslims should also refrain from giving co-education to their daughters to keep them away from immorality and misbehavior. In its statement, the Jamiat appealed to the influential, the wealthy people of the society to set up separate schools and colleges for girls in their respective areas. Let's take a quick listen as the reaction comes in from the prominent Muslim body Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, advocating for separate schools and colleges for girls only to avoid any immoral behavior.
देखिए, चाहे अरशद मदनी हो और चाहे कोई भी तालिबानी मानसिकता के लोग हों, वह समझ लें भारत हिंदुस्तान है, ये कोई अफ़गानिस्तान नहीं है। यहाँ जो व्यवस्था चल रही है वो सफलतापूर्वक आगे बढ़ रही है। पूरा देश, चाहे वो बच्चे हों चाहे बच्चियाँ हों, सब एक साथ पढ़ते हुए देश को प्रगति के पथ पर आगे ले जा रहे हैं।
जो लोग शरीयत के डंडे को चला करके संविधान की मूल भावना पर हमला करने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो कभी सफल नहीं होंगे। और ये लोग उस तरह की मानसिकता के हैं, ऐसे लोग जो लड़कियों की स्वतंत्रता के ख़िलाफ़ हैं, लड़कियों के एजुकेशन के ख़िलाफ़ है। और ये तय थोड़ी करेंगे कि बच्चियाँ को एजुकेशन के इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जाएंगी या जो है कहीं और जाएंगी, ये तय नहीं कर सकते।
जो स्कूल लेवल तक तो को एजुकेशन में कोई हरज नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ कॉलेज लेवल पर इस पर सबको सोचने की ज़रूरत है कि किस तरीके से एजुकेशन को इस तरीके से सिस्टमाइज़ किया जाए कि लड़के और लड़की दोनों तालीम भी हासिल कर लें और उसमें कोई मसाइल भी ना पैदा हों जो आए दिन पैदा होते हैं।
Let me cut across to Abhishek Mishra joining us for more on that. Abhishek, a very shocking statement coming in from the Muslim board, a prominent board that speaks of separate schools for women. In fact, for a girl child, there should be a separate school, separate college so that they don't mingle, and that results in keeping them away from immorality and misbehavior. This kind of archaic statement that's come in from the Jamaat. Do take us through what more was said and in what reference.
Well, absolutely, Nabila, and this has come at a very important point when the government on the one hand has been projecting the girl education in Uttar Pradesh, and there has been a lot of schemes specifically for the girl child education. And as far as the statement is concerned, it clearly says that, which the statement has been released by Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind yesterday, with clearly saying that we need to think about having separate education system for girls, be it the schools or the college. And the kind of reactions which we are picking up, BJP has clearly denied this fact. They are condemning it. They are saying that it shows how these forces are working and what they want to achieve. Also, the UP Minister Mohsin Raza said that it is a Talibani ideology which is trying to refrain women, young girls from getting into the mainstream. And at the same time, the Maulanas in a way have supported it. Khalid Rashid Firangi Mali has said that as far as school level education is concerned, it's quite okay, but at the college level and higher education, this should be considered. So certainly the controversy and the politics have erupted over this statement.
Well, Abhishek, do stay with us. We have Zeenat Shaukat Ali, a Muslim scholar, joining us on the phone line. Ms. Zeenat, if you can give us your views on the kind of statement that the Ulema-e-Hind has made, saying girl child should study in a separate school. A school should be made only, school and college only for women should be organized, and he's appealed to people with wealth to construct schools that will cater only to female education. Don't mingle them because that will just, create immorality. This kind of statement you could expect coming in years ago, but today in modern India, in the modern world, is this even possible?
No, it is. I think the statement is very redundant and it is taking you centuries behind time. See, men and women today work together, shoulder to shoulder, to build a nation, to build a community, to build a new world. So how are these children going to be able to cope up? On what basis are they saying by isolating girls? And why must we look everything from a sexual angle? You see, this is a very sad part of it, but men and women and girls and boys are human beings. And they have to be brought up with the ethics and morality rather than separating them. And at the end of the day, when you see the other person the other sex, then things cannot be controlled also. So what is the argument and what is the logic behind it? You see, you find that people who study in
Ms. Zeenat, this is primarily the fabric of the community. In Islam, you have enough and more restrictions when it comes to women mingling with the men. This possibly could be stemming out of that itself, don't you think?
No, I'll tell you one thing. We should not confuse Islam, what Islam is teaching, with what the culture of a country or the nature of a community is doing. You see, in early Islam, you had the Prophet's wives, peace be upon him, who led a war, who were teachers, who taught both men and women. They had mixed gatherings where people taught and people grew up together. So now, what is the meaning of this kind of Hazrat Khatija, the first wife of the Prophet, the most respected lady, who accepted the revelation from the Prophet first, who was a businesswoman. Now, she could not conduct business only with one sex and not with the other. So you see, this entire thinking is not coming from, the roots of religion, but it is coming from a very orthodox mental setup, which I don't use with the broad-mindedness that the religion is giving you. So here, you see, you have these completely opposing forces that are, coming into the world, and I think it's very sad to say that, I have received many calls, and many people are telling me that the Taliban influence and what we are talking about is going to be prevailing. And it's making a headway, and it's making a dent into society.
Well, that's unfortunate, and I think it's about time that people like you condemn it. It's very important to stop it right there. Thank you very much, though, Ms. Zeenat, for speaking to us. Here you have a Muslim prominent ulema, a Jamaat group, who speaks of separate education, separate schools, separate colleges for women, many of them condemning this, calling this archaic.